Hey YouTube. Hey YouTube, how are you? So I'm in the process of doing some things here at the house. I got up there to change the light bulbs and found out that the only light bulbs that it reuses are the only ones that I don't have, so that's the way it goes. I'm smoking some Central Park Stroll, I think is what it's called. Nice. It's cased. It's a nice flavor. Okay, so anyway, uh, and then as I'm doing that, you have to excuse me, I just haven't tamped down my bowl yet. I use a almost fireproof nail polish because I'm always doing that to my pipe, sticking my finger in it. But I push it with the nail against the tobacco so it gets on the nail. Anyway, so I got skylights. And I have been around tobacco years, 70 years. And I have been a pipe smoker for, a lot of that. And I made like one of those amateur mistakes. We all do it. We're having trouble keeping our matches lit. We can't get our pipe lit with the match, only to realize that we hadn't turned off the ceiling fan. We all do these silly things and we have to laugh at ourselves, but this was a biggie. I'm going to have to rethink this room because I set my, like I said, I'm changing. I set my case over here. My skylights are there. But one of the skylights hits the case. And without me even realizing it or thinking about it, when I went to load up my pipe today, wonderful pipe stands, you'll notice that that's foggy. The sun coming in from that skylight is hitting this case. Now, luckily, as you can see, there's not much in that case. Just junk. No, it's my pipe stuff. I just keep, I pile it in there. One day I'm gonna organize that. And then a ton of snuff, which I like tobacco too. Anyway, so here I am. I'm doing this, and I made that typical amateur mistake. I'm flabbergasted because all these years you would think, I don't know. It sure makes me rethink some things. Like, I'm not as smart as I thought I was, am I? Happy, joy. I was going to do a video about the difference between guy smokers and girl smokers as far as some of the things that are different for girls compared to guys. I have to sit down because you're shaking. No, it's not you. It's me and my caffeine, my tobacco. Anyway, so I started to do a video, and I had done part of it. I'm going to finish it. I should do it a long time ago. And I was doing it about the difference between guy smokers and girl smokers. Some of the things that women smokers have to worry about that guys don't have to worry about, but vice versa too. Women have a different skin tone, and we need to keep things moisturized, especially if you're a tobacco smoker. You've got to keep this so much more moisturized. Well, guys get away with just growing a beard. Have you seen how many pipers do you know that don't have beards as they get older? Now they might start out without a beard, but by the time they figure out that this is time to grow a beard, maybe I should, eh? I'm at that age where I almost can. Hair's growing out of all the other places except the top of my head, so it's just like a guy. The difference is when guys get bald on top, what happens is their hair is growing into their brain and strangling it. Oh, what was this video about? I have no idea, do I? Oh, about how silly it was that I put my case right there in a line of light, so I'm going to have to move the tobaccos into another area. This whole room is a bright room, though. I mean, it's just, it's going to be a bright room, so I might have to move. I have a room downstairs in the basement. It's just, a little area where currently I have pipes in their boxes, and the tobacco's in boxes and baskets and cases and laundry baskets and wicker baskets. I have the tobacco at least kind of in one area down there. And I might just have to make that into the smoking area, but I really hate the thought that my pipes will be going into the dark. A lot of them have been in the dark for a long time anyway. I packed a lot of them up a couple years ago and just have not got back to them, and that's my fault, you know. I've neglected my pipes, and what's worse is, you know, I always had like a friend that would clean my pipes for me, and then you don't realize just how many things your friend does for you when he's not around anymore. And, you know, once a year I knew I could get all my pipes cleaned, or all my dirty pipes. He would ream them out, put them in the salt and stuff like that. And then when he passed away, you know, now I got to find me a new pipe guy. I'd like to say Kevin is a pipe guy, but he is not a pipe guy. He is, he likes to own some, but as far as smoking them, he's really hit and miss. Most of the time he picks up mine, and you know, because I leave like 6 laying around the house with tobacco in it, he'll pick up one of mine and smoke that, you know. If he doesn't have to load it, if he doesn't have to tamper it, if he doesn't have to mess with it, then he'll smoke it. So he's, a cigarette smoker. But he smokes pipe often enough for me. He doesn't smoke cigarettes in the house or around me. However, I hate getting into the car. So, oh well. Small price to pay, right? Oh, what were we talking about? Well, I'm just talking to you guys. How are you? Gosh, you know, I think you guys know who I'm talking to. I only have a few people that really ever watch these anymore. And that's okay, you know, because we all just talk to our friends. And it's good to see everybody again on some of the channels and stuff. I go back to work. I went back Sunday. And so I go back now into, for 2 months, just 2 months. I already gave them my 2-month I quit. You know, I'm gonna quit finally. Well, for one thing, it's 45 miles away, and that's a good kind of a long drive. And I did change shifts so that I could work from noon to 8, which is nice because it's the community center and it's opening back up. But for August and September, that drive back home won't be bad because it'll still be dark. But starting in October and November, it's going to be dark, and I just don't see any reason to be driving on a long, lonely road, and it is a long, lonely road back over here to Parkville from Leavenworth when I can just find a job in Parkville. The community center, the community, everything is within almost, you know, a couple of miles of us. There's the old downtown, which I'm so excited I get to show you guys all that as soon as it starts opening back up. And then there's the whole new section where everything is, like all the Hy-Vees, HEBs, only we have Hy-Vees. All of those kind of places are at this end, and then, like say, the city is down by the river, and it's got little art galleries and tons of antique shops. And out here there's Ash Cigar. Yeah, I said Ash. ASH Cigar. And then there's also, oh gosh, I can see their logo. How come I can't think of them? Oh, I go with them all. Outlaws. Jeez. Anyway, so this has been a long video, and I really didn't have much to say. Just wanted to keep in touch with everybody, and you know, I think I'll do like say that video about the difference of girl smokers compared to guy smokers. I mean, you really can't be smoking a pipe while you're painting your fingernails. Don't do that. And I learned not to relight my pipe in the bathroom if I'm using hairspray. Of course, you know, those little singed edges of your hair grow back, so it's not a big deal, but just the same, we do have little challenges, don't we, girls? Happy, happy, joy, joy. You know I'm watching you, and of course I was off focus.